What's good, the viewers of Rokani Media Football? How are you guys? How is your day? My side is really looking great after United beating Liverpool by 2-1 at Old Trafford yesterday when the players really put in a shift. They put their bodies on the line, and I can't wait to really host Arsenal at Old Trafford. That is on the 4th or 5th of September. 2 games from now, and it's almost a week from now because next week, after the weekend, I think after this weekend, next weekend you're playing Arsenal because midweek you're going to be playing other games in the few. But obviously United in with a very high gear that I really felt like it was really so much deserved in the for you. Today we are talking Lucas Paqueta, Arsenal making him a top target before this summer ends. Then we are talking Ainsley, we are talking Nicola Pepe, and a bit of Martin Odegaard chipping it something into this video. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. I apologize, I've come late, but obviously I'm here to present to you and really bring you the best that you guys deserve onto this channel, which goes by names of Rokani Media Football. Yesterday we did 3 stories, you know that very well, and there is more yet to come on this channel. I'm trying to compile my Premier League team of the week, and I know it's going to be the next video on this channel, and you guys will go in and really let me know who do you think deserves to be into that team of the week and who deserves to be out. So today I really start off with Lucas Paqueta, a story that was broken by the Sun, Arsenal in the for you remember, Lucas Paqueta has been on the ladder of Arsenal for a very long time, and the Sun has told us that Lucas Paqueta is believed to be Arsenal's top target for the remainder of the transfer window in there. So it's really so much disturbing because we are being told by credible journalists, that is David Opstein and Fabrizio Romano, that the top targets are Yuri Tielemans and Pedro Neto. That's it. The top targets are Yuri Tielemans and Pedro Neto in there for you. So I'm asking myself, Lucas Paqueta to Arsenal. Lucas Paqueta to Arsenal. I ask myself, where is he going to play? When you put the 3 players on the weighing scale, and you put yourselves in the foot of Mikel Arteta, you ask yourself, who is that player that you believe is so much crucial to the way Arsenal is playing? Lucas Paqueta, Yuri Tielemans, and Pedro Neto. I really believe that Lucas Paqueta is not a priority. I think the other 2 are priorities. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I really believe that if Arsenal are to bring in 3 more signings, Lucas Paqueta will be the last signing to be delivered at the Emirates because Tielemans is needed and they can get him on a cheap. Secondly, Pedro Neto is Premier League proven, and obviously they are short into that position because looks like a man who goes by the names of Pepe is living in the for you. And this journalist, there is a journalist known as Sebastian Dennis, went ahead to let us know that we are still about Lucas Paqueta discussions, but I really believe that he's a third fiddle into this. He's telling us that Newcastle are reportedly ready to offer 40 to 50 million euros, that is 43 to 42 million pounds for Lucas Paqueta, but he's the plan B in case they can't sign Maddison. Bruno Guimaraes is trying to convince him to join the English side. Obviously, if Paqueta happens to join Newcastle, that means Newcastle would have beaten Arsenal on another player. Remember, Arsenal in January were in need of Bruno Guimaraes from League One, and guess what? They couldn't land that signing because I tell you, if Arsenal brought in Bruno Guimaraes and brought in Vlahovic, they would have straight away gone into the Champions League. The reason as to why Arsenal never got the 4th spot of the Premier League table was simple. A team which goes by the names of Spurs went and brought in Kulusevski and Bentancur. That's the difference. That made the difference between Arsenal and Spurs. So I 100% believe that Arsenal wanted Bruno Guimaraes, you get, but they couldn't land him. This time round, they are wanting they're wanting Paqueta. Guimaraes in January went to Newcastle, and even Paqueta looks like he's going to make his way to that side because I don't believe unless are we going to sell Maddison. They're not going to sell Maddison because at least for him they are still having him. I think the contract runs 2025 or 2024. I think they still have him like for 2.5 years on his contract. So 100% believe Lucas Paqueta might be a player that Arsenal is needing, but Newcastle looks like if at all they don't get Maddison, they will go in for Paqueta. But will Paqueta really make that decision and really see that he really comes in through to a side which goes by names of Newcastle and really leaves the side which goes by names of Arsenal, because it looks like Edu is really a friend. Edu is really a director, and he came out and really hailed Lucas Paqueta, but he said he's not in for that player. And obviously, when you look at how Arsenal is really doing its business, you expect Arsenal to go in for Pedro Neto and Yuri Tielemans, because you see them as realistic signings, and they show you that they are what Arsenal is lacking. When Bukayo Saka is off, who do you play that side? Nowhere. When Thomas Partey is off, who do you put into that defensive midfield to really give you a shield onto that back four? Obviously, it's a man who goes by the names of Yuri Tielemans, and I really believe that those are the two realistic signings I see Arsenal making. The other signing I see Arsenal making is a left-footed central defender. But coming here and telling me that Lucas Paqueta is a priority for the rest of the summer, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. You know, this show is all about bringing you the news being reported by the Sun, and we react to the news. And that's how I've given you my opinion. I don't really believe that Lucas Paqueta is into the move, because if I told you he was in the move, the likes of David Austin and Fabrizio Romano would have already let us know about this, as they did yesterday about Tielemans and Pedro Neto. So we now know that Arsenal is looking at two players, Pedro Neto and Yuri Tielemans. So we are waiting to see what is going to happen at a club which goes by the names of Arsenal and Lucas Paqueta, who is linked to a move away from Lyon, and everyone is wanting the signing. And there is another rumor that if at all Bernardo Silva goes to Barcelona, of which you don't rule out that move, because Gerard Romero is always telling us that obviously the deal is done and his entry is looking for a house in Barcelona, all house searching in Barcelona. It said that Man City will go in for Lucas Paqueta. So let's wait and see where Lucas Paqueta will go or land and play next season, because I 100% believe Arsenal are not in for him. Arsenal are not in for him, according to me. They are not in for him. You get? If they are in for him, he's a third fiddle. The only way come in at Arsenal, it's after Arsenal signing Tielemans and signing Pedro Neto, according to me. That's what I will believe. And the reason as to why they need Pedro Neto is obviously this, as you see on your screen. Fabrizio Romano has told us that negotiations ongoing between Nice and Arsenal for Nicolas Pepe, being told by option currently not included, could be simple on until 2023, but all parties in talks. It's still open. Optimism also on club side, but Pepe's salary is being discussed. Obviously, Pepe earns £170,000 a week at a club which goes by names of Arsenal, and it looks like it's a huge amount of money that the club can no longer really handle, and they feel like even Nice taking him on loan doesn't really make a lot of sense for Nice, if at all they are paying a lot of his salary. So Arsenal is weighing in to see, what are we going to do? Should we forego the loan fee they're supposed to pay us, such that they really pay the entire amount of money that Nicolas Pepe earns weekly? So it looks like it's another trouble in the discussions in there for you. But I really believe that Pepe is not going to be an Arsenal player this season. Leicester City is also in the mix. I brought you a story yesterday that Leicester City has also entered the battle to sign a player who goes by names of Nicolas Pepe, and I really believe that if Nicolas Pepe chooses Leicester over Nice, it will be what Arsenal will want. Reason being, Arsenal are wanting a player in the names of Yuri Tielemans from Leicester City, and obviously that can make the negotiations for the deal easy. You get? And secondly, Arsenal needing Pedro Neto will rely on Nicolas Pepe. I think they just want him to leave. When he leaves, they will know that they've saved some good amount of money, because if at all he leaves for a year, earning £170,000 a week, that is close to £800,000 a month. You get? £800,000 a month. Almost they are saving £1 million per month, meaning that for the 12 months they are saving £12 million. Isn't that a bargain? I think it's just, that is a deal that is worth for Arsenal to do, because saving close to £10 million a year, that is great. That is great. So I really believe that it's the deal that Arsenal have to do to let Nicolas Pepe go and then get a relief of their salary, and then they bring in more players. in there. For I really believe that even the deal of Pedro Neto will depend on whether Nicola Pepe stays or goes, because Arsenal is really wanting to create space and not having very many players that are not really so much participant into the season. Because when you have players who are redundant at the club and they're not really playing very well, obviously the dressing room will get unsettled by these players, and this is something that you wouldn't like to see at a side which goes by names of Arsenal, especially if you're Mikel Arteta and a fan. With the form that Arsenal started with, obviously you don't expect them to go on and do this. So Ryan Taylor, he's a sports journalist at Daily Express. He has told us that Arsenal expect to offload Ainsley Maitland-Niles before the transfer deadline, with West Ham, Bournemouth, Fulham and 2 European clubs among them to show interest in the versatile England international. Obviously, talking of the word versatile, his versatility has brought him problems to really make a bad decision about his career. I don't believe that Ainsley Maitland-Niles is really good as a central midfielder. To me, I 100% believe he's better playing as a right back. And if I really concentrated so much onto that area, he would have been at Arsenal right now. He would have been even tussling it out with Tomiyasu into that right back position at Arsenal. But obviously, because for him, he feels like he can play better as a central midfielder. But no manager has really gone ahead to give him that chance. When he was loaned to AS Roma, even Mourinho played him as a right back. So I don't believe that if at all he was really good in the central midfield, every manager would have played him there. Arsene Wenger would have, Unai Emery would have, Arteta would have, and Jose Mourinho would have. So I 100% believe Ainsley Maitland-Niles should go and look himself through the mirror and discover himself. Because in life, self-discovery is the first step of success. If you don't discover yourself and know what you are, success won't come your way, because you'll be trying to force something that is not in your line. That's it. But if at all you go on and discover yourself, then the path of success is very much clear, because you are doing something that is really part of you. I don't believe that Ainsley Maitland-Niles is really a central midfielder. I really believe he's a right back, you get? And he can play as a right winger sometimes, but obviously not as a modern right winger. He can really play good. I think if at all he was at Chelsea, he would have excited a lot, because he can play as a wing back. Playing him as a wing back can really pay very many results, or bring out very many results on him, according to me, onto the Rokani media football. So guys, we expect Ainsley Maitland-Niles to leave, and this is when you go in and really credit Fabrizio Romano and David Austin that they are really on-point journalists. They told us that Arsenal to bring in any new signing, they are working on the outgoings. And obviously, after they brought in Zinchenko, ever since then, they've been working on outgoings. When you look at the pace at which Arsenal was really signing in players, every week, every 1.5 weeks, Arsenal were going in for players. After Matana, Marquinhos. After Marquinhos, Gabriel Jesus. Sorry, it was Fabio Vieira. It was Marquinhos, Matt Turner, Fabio Vieira, Gabriel Jesus, then Zinchenko. You get? And the chapter was closed or paused at that. So I now believe that what Fabrizio really told us, it's what Arsenal are really working on. They are working to take out players. And obviously they're doing it. Ever since then, ever since they signed Zinchenko, they've let the following players go on loan. Nuno Tavares. This Balogun, who has scored in every game that has played for Stade Rennes. Charlie Patino, Okonkwo, Pablo Mari. You get? Those have been loaned. You get? Then we are having other players that have totally been sold permanently from Arsenal. Guendouzi, Bernard Leno, Torreira. Those three have been sold permanently, and I really believe that Ainsley Maitland-Niles is one to follow that list next. Arsenal is going to sell him, and they get some good money out of him. I think they can get like £10 million out of him. They can get some good money out of Hector Bellerin. So the outgoings Arsenal are left with are Hector Bellerin, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and a player who goes by the names of Nicola Pepe. So 2 of those are going to be sold permanently, and for Nicola Pepe, it's still doubtful. If Leicester comes in through and want a permanent move, obviously, they can bring in the money because they'll be having lots of money. They're selling Wesley Fofana to side which goes by names of Chelsea at £80 million. They are going to sell Tielemans to Arsenal, £25 million, meaning that they can have some good money to really spend. You get? So that is what Ainsley Maitland-Niles is all about. But obviously, he's a very good player that has not yet discovered what he is. And I think time is not on his side because the players that he came with in the squad of Arsenal are really thriving, like the Bukayo Sakas. Look at the Martinellis. They are thriving. But for him, he has really failed to understand himself. Now, after that 2-1 win over 3-0 win over Bournemouth and Odegaard scored a brace, he still has lots of things to say. He told the Standard that we go to the next one and try to win that one. That's the mindset we have. It has been a good start, especially compared to last season. It looks a bit better this time. We are happy. 3 wins and 3 good games. We are scoring lots of goals. Obviously, the captain of Arsenal coming in and breaking the silence onto why Arsenal are really to that level where they are right about now. To me, I really believe that Arsenal is a good team, and it being a good team is taking them to the levels of really thinking of winning the trophy. And obviously, I really believe that Arsenal are really going to be in this trophy tie. One, what brought Liverpool and Man City to be so much different teams were that teams in the top 6 never looked serious. You get? But if at all Arsenal puts in the pressure, Manchester United puts in the pressure, Spurs, Chelsea, then Liverpool and Man City are not going to be the same. You get? There will be a lot of teams behind them. But when you look at Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola, it was just a 2-horse race. But Arsenal coming in through extends or widens this race to 3 teams because Spurs, United and Chelsea, I don't believe that they have really fully recovered. They need... I'll review them and really think whether they can really put up a very good run as far as the title is concerned after the 10th game is played. I want to see how many points will they have collected. Because for Liverpool, they've shown us that they can go ahead and really win. They can go on a long winning run. That's assured of Liverpool. Man City, I think they lost their first 2 opening games of the season. Was it last season? I remember Spurs beat them, which other team beat them, and then they came in through and they really started winning, and obviously they won the trophy. So Liverpool can get back to its winning ways, and it can get to 8 unbeaten games, and they can put up that run. So I 100% believe this team, which goes by names of Arsenal, is really going up there. That's why Mikel Arteta wants in more signings. So guys, feel free to get in the comment section. Tell me what you think about Lucas Paqueta, Arsenal's top target, then Pepe leaving to Nice, then Ainsley Maitland-Niles leaving to West Ham, and obviously Martin Odegaard happy as a captain to really lead a side of Arsenal that is scoring very many goals and starting the season a better way than they started last season. Last season, they started with losing to Brentford 2-0. They lost to Chelsea 2-0, and they were beaten by Man City 5-1. They are walloped by Man City 5-1. This time around, the first 3 fixtures that they lost last season, they've gone ahead to win all of them. So they are playing Fulham on Saturday. Let's wait and see how Arsenal is going to come in and feed us into this mix. I go by the names of Rokani David. First video of the day. I'm going to return with more videos, but endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a day. The last time I checked, we are less by 10 subscribers to hit 6,000 subscribers. So guys, endeavor to subscribe to this channel. How do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner, there is a red button with the word subscribe. Hit it. After hit it, smash the notification bell and hit it. Then you'll not miss out on anything that we upload in here for you. 6,000 subscribers. I know by the end of today we are going to be surpassing it, and these remaining 8 days to end this month will be on a chase to really hit 7,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for watching in. Rokani David is my name. First video of the day. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. I love you guys. I love you endlessly. Thank you for being with me, and you are really a great audience, and I really treasure you a lot. Thank you. Thank you for this journey, guys. You've shown me love. I've really felt it, and I won't really let you down. I'm here to present to you and get you more stories as far as your football teams are concerned. Remember, this channel, the only team we don't do stories on is Manchester United, but the rest we do stories about all those teams in there for you. But good news to Arsenal fans is that match day 3 done, all games have been played, all teams have played. Arsenal is still on top of the table with 9 points. It's the only team that still has the 100% unbeaten record, or they've not lost even a single point, and they've gathered maximum points. I'm out for now. See you later in our next video. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly.